I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. ...2018 Subaru Legacy.
3.6 R limited.
So R in limited means fast, right?
R means fast, limited means luxury, but R does not actually mean fast in this case.
Because it's slow.
It's not the fastest car by any stretch.
As always, I'd like to start this video off with starting it off with something.
Okay.
Why don't you have a Straight Pipes shirt on?
Oh, I ran out of clean ones. We've been filming too much. Check out our merch store.
We have a
Link
merch
below.
store. The Legacy is a dad car.
Yes, it is. Or a mom car.
Yeah, but like kind of a dad car.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's I need a car. I don't care what it is. This is great for that.
This is the perfect definition of that because it's very comfortable, but driving it, there's no engagement or anything.
And the infotainment is great.
The infotainment is really good.
All the buttons are where they should be, and if I'm correct, it will fit a small cup of Tim Hortons ice cap. Because
Yes,
it's hot.
it does. Yeah, it's hot. It's really hot outside.
Okay, since everything in this car is simply laid out, let's check the visors.
All right, this should be good. Oh, I already see a slide logo.
Oh,
this is gonna pass.
2, 1.
Yes.
Most excellent.
Was that your lane keep assist?
That was my lane keep assist.
We have lane keep assist in here, and the best part of it, you can turn it on or off, and all the pre-collision stuff down by the bottom left. It's so intuitive.
This is very intuitive.
It is.
All the buttons are exactly where they should be. I would say it rivals the intuitiveness of Kia, Hyundai, and Genesis.
I would agree with that. This car is so much more improved than the previous Subarus.
How about the piano black?
Terrible. That was a really bad decision. Whoever did that, no, don't ever do that again.
It doesn't bother me, and if you don't touch it, it does look classy, but you have to touch it, so whatever.
I was gonna say, how do you not touch it? Every button is piano black with a button behind it,
and
including
the steering wheel.
Yeah, the steering wheel buttons. Every single one is glossed back. Like Subaru, come on, guys! Like why?
Before we dig more into the buttons and infotainment,
Yeah, sorry, we got carried away.
I want to mention one thing that I love about this car.
What's that?
Along with the comfortable seats, the armrests are perfect for me putting my hands on the steering wheel while driving, and we've got a ratcheting headrest, so I don't need to put any effort into sitting or steering.
This is a very, very good road trip car.
Like you just sit there in the perfect position and you're fine, like the Odyssey.
Yes, exactly.
Except car version.
Car version of the Odyssey, but it doesn't store as much, so just normal sedan version, I guess.
I wonder if the STI RA is this comfortable.
Probably not.
Along with being very intuitive, you have perfect visibility out the front.
Yeah, I have no issues. The A-pillars are good size.
We got
no
those little
complaints.
windows there in front of the rearview mirrors.
Yeah, and then we have our blind spot monitoring. Everything laid out makes perfect sense.
We've got a digital speedometer in between the gauges.
Yeah, not my favorite, but it doesn't matter. You like it.
I love it because personally, I don't like looking at the actual analog gauges to see what speed I'm going. It's like looking at a watch. I've got a watch on, but it's just jewelry. I don't actually check the time ever.
What kind of watch is that?
Vincero. This isn't a sponsorship.
They didn't pay for this video.
No, I just actually like the watch. The only thing I don't like about the digital speedometer is that when you're on a call, it shows up where the speedometer is and cuts it out, and you can't do anything to get rid of that.
Well, luckily you still have your analog gauges.
Yeah, but like, I don't need to know that I'm on a call. Like,
Yeah,
I know I'm on a call.
I know.
Just get rid of that.
I agree. Do you want to talk about looks or just keep hitting up this interior?
Interior.
Yeah,
Because
the interior.
interior is where it's at in this car.
I do agree. The interior layout, like I said, is very good. I do like the wood trim. It's very classy. Not sure if it's real, but it looks classy, so there you go.
The materials are combined perfectly.
Exactly. You got some leather, you got some metal, you got some wood. I believe the metal is actually fake, but it looks real enough. I don't mind it at all.
Very soft touchy.
Yeah, super soft.
Very padded armrests on the left and right.
That's why this would be so good on a long road trip. The only spot that there's some cheap plastic is down here. Other than that, where you got your cup holders, who cares?
But that's like every car.
Exactly.
We do have a super normal shifter, which is actually like the best thing to have ever in cars today.
Apparently that's a feature these days.
Yeah, oh, normal shifter.
Yeah, so thank you, Subaru.
Somebody's getting a raise this year. If you're road tripping, back seat room's important.
It is, and there's actually plenty of backseat room back there, and even headroom. So if you're 6'1.5", you'll be fine.
Decent trunk room. We're not going to do a box test because it's not a wagon. That's how we roll.
Speaking of trunk room, doesn't Subaru try to advertise this as the sport utility SUV or whatever it's called?
No. It's
sport utility sedan.
Sport utility sedan.
That's what it is.
Yeah, we keep seeing them on airplanes on the ads all the time.
Yeah, they're hitting that campaign pretty hard now.
Yeah, wagons are cool. Hatchbacks are cool. There's nothing cool about a sedan.
Hey, I like sedans. I love sedans, actually.
Advertise that wagons are cooler.
Wagons are cooler.
Come on. But I guess they're trying to tell you to get this instead of a crossover.
Yeah, so great job on that because crossovers...
But they do have a crossover.
I know, but I don't like crossovers in general.
You guys have been asking us to drive that crossover.
Yeah, we'll drive the Crosstrek in the fall.
It's summer now. We want to do the cool cars that they take off the roads in the winter. We want to drive them while we can.
We do not have cooled seats. I wish we did.
I haven't really talked about the infotainment yet.
No, you haven't.
It can rewind 18 satellite radio stations, which is fan-friggin-tastic.
It's actually pretty impressive.
You click the replay button, and while you're scrolling through, you can scroll through on your steering wheel and then just click replay all the time. You only need to enter that replay menu once, which is amazing.
Is this one of the best rewinding satellite radio systems that you've used?
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
Definitely, because it shows you what song right in the corner there. It's very easy. It shows up right away. You got all the graphics for the album and everything. The main infotainment screen looks fantastic. Look at this. This is a perfect representation of 2018 infotainment iPhone translated to a car.
Very true. The icons look really good. The layout is good. I only have an issue with lag between transitions, but it's pretty minor. Other than that, I really like this infotainment.
Doesn't bother me at all.
You see what I mean? You clicked on a map and you're still waiting. See?
Okay, it is laggy. Whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, it's your turn to drive right away, and we're gonna get into the good stuff. The bland looks of this car and the bland driving experience.
Just to check before we go into that, Subaru was the one that did that beige car thing, right? The super ordinary car a couple years ago? Yeah, we'll get into that right now.
Says this car feels like every other sedan on the road today. SedanTrader.com exclaimed, "It's not extraordinary, it's extraordinary."
Instead of breaking the mold, we went down and found those pieces from that mold, and we put it back together.
This car is an exact replica of a car.
This is the most mainstream driving experience. This is the most complacent commuting experience. It's time we took familiarity back. And that's just what we've done with this car.
Yeah, they actually made the car. We're driving it.
It is pretty boring. It blends in. I can't even spot it on the road, in a parking lot. In the shade, it would be completely invisible.
I actually did have trouble finding it in a parking lot. The only way I could find it was beeping the key, because it's a gray car that does not have any outside character.
The headlights, that's about it.
The headlights are great. I completely agree. The Subaru design language for the headlights, I love it. But other than that, there's kind of nothing else that makes this car memorable.
No, it's very bland.
It does not stand out.
But
It's so ordinary.
Some people don't want cars that stand out, so it's actually good for them.
Exactly. So depending on your preferences, that may actually be a feature for you, not for us.
Like, aha, no one will suspect that I even own a car.
Well, you kind of know that they own a car.
Not if it's hidden.
So in 2018, Subaru updated the bumpers and the grille, but I still don't find that it's enough to make this car stand out.
Yo, people pure used to have Legacy wagons, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
There's no more Legacy wagon.
No, there isn't.
Man.
Bring the wagon back. They only have the Outback.
Legacy wagon was cool.
It was cool.
And then people would make their Legacy wagons look like STIs and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Forester wagons.
Well, there was Japanese STI versions and stuff like that, which were pretty damn cool.
Man. But then they also have bland things.
Yeah, they do. But this rear end is not the best. It looks okay because you can see the exhaust through the fake exhaust.
Yeah, what car was it that had black mufflers so that you couldn't see the exhaust through the fake exhaust?
I don't remember, but if you watch that video, let us know in the comments.
Genesis.
Genesis. It was Genesis.
G90.
Yeah, it was that.
Genesis. Legacy. Panda.
Whoa, easy on the copyright.
Is that how the song goes? I feel like those are all words in that song.
They probably are. So looks-wise, nothing spectacular. Let's get into the drive. Also nothing spectacular. It does not drive well.
It has the best transmission of all time.
CVT, which is the worst.
Yeah.
I don't like this transmission. It simulates the fake gears. We do have paddles. They're very slow at simulating gears. Don't even bother using them. I don't like that they include paddles with CVTs. We also have a manual mode, which puts you into full manual, but it's only with CVT, so it doesn't even matter.
But technically, if you're buying a bland, boring looking car, you probably want to save fuel economy. This will save fuel economy with the CVT. Is there an issue? Not really. It's probably right in line with what these people want.
Exactly, and I'm getting to a point. I haven't got there yet, but it'll come. Power-wise, this is not the fastest. It's quite slow, and this is the fastest version of it. It's the 3.6R.
Somewhat comparable to the Fusion Sport that we have as well.
No, not even close.
But same class.
Same class.
Slower.
They're both all-wheel drive sedans.
Yeah, they're the only two all-wheel drive sedans.
That aren't luxury cars, yes.
So if you want to see which one you want to buy, watch out for that review too. Horsepower and torque. We haven't talked about that yet because it doesn't really matter.
Subaru uses the horizontally opposed boxer engine. This is a 6-cylinder.
Okay, so horsepower.
256, which is pretty low for a 6-cylinder. And torque is 247. So off the line, it's not very quick.
No, but you know, it is all-wheel drive.
It is. That's Subaru's thing, symmetrical all-wheel drive.
Is that going to help us through Cliche Corner?
Maybe in the winter. Today, not so much. It has so much body roll, like the most I've experienced in this class. It's really bad at handling. But my whole point about all of this is that it's very comfortable. This is one of the most comfortable cars you could possibly drive. The suspension damping, whatever they did, is very good over potholes, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really good, really comfortable if you don't care about being engaged while driving.
And since it's all-wheel drive, you're not going to get stuck in winter, probably.
Exactly.
Or maybe on the beach in the summer. I don't know if people do that.
I don't even know.
Probably not if you have this car.
My biggest complaint, but again, if you don't care about actually fun driving, you're not going to care, is the vague steering. You turn the wheel, nothing happens. It feels like it's 40 seconds behind. It's the weirdest thing. It's just turn, nothing. You got to keep it there.
It's not as bad as he's saying.
I don't like it at all. I also noticed that the car is generally very quiet inside.
It is.
Like really quiet. So they actually improved sound insulation. And remember the STI that we drove, they said that they improved sound insulation. Couldn't tell at all. This is actually really noticeable and I really appreciate that.
This is a solid cruiser if you don't care about looks and handling and image, and if you have a clicker to find your car in a parking lot.
Exactly. This is a really good choice if you just want to be comfortable while you drive and not care about anything, getting stuck, any of that kind of stuff.
And you love rewinding satellite radio stations. That's probably the best part about driving this car.
Is it for you?
How well
Not
it
for
can
me.
rewind satellite radio stations.
For me, it's just really comfortable. Even the seats are so comfortable. Did you notice that? The actual like leather and the padding thickness?
A lot of cars I don't get comfortable in. The seats are weird. This is like perfect. I get in there, it's like,
Yeah. It really is, actually.
Yeah.
This is almost luxury level of comfort inside.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
I think I'm more comfortable in these seats than I was in the G90 seats.
Yes.
Remember I complained about those?
Yeah.
For all you PC Master Race guys complaining about your low frame rates on console games, you would love this reverse camera.
The reverse camera is pretty good.
Very high frame rate, maybe even 61 frames per second. Somebody's gonna get that joke. Unlike the McLaren that did 12 frames per second.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, so you're saying this is better than a McLaren?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. One thing we forgot to mention about the infotainment, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Thank you, Subaru.
Sound system for all our sound system folks.
It's actually not bad. Not bad at all.
Really great.
I wouldn't say it's up at the top. I'd say it's near the middle, just a notch above.
Perfectly adequate for what it is.
Exactly.
You can probably say that about everything.
Yeah,
Get away with it.
No,
but
this
it's
is
good.
honestly like decent.
And with the rewinding satellite radio, I rewound Heavy Metal by Sammy Hagar 3 times, played air guitar, Jakub's side, didn't know what I was doing.
Well, I knew you were playing air guitar. I just didn't know to what. This also has Subaru's eyesight system, which you can see with two creepy cameras up here. They look really weird with the car following you.
Yeah, it looks like a cop car scanning for license plates.
Yeah, exactly. It works okay. The adaptive cruise works really well, but the lane keep assist is more like lane departure assist.
Yeah.
So it's very, very minimal assist.
But it's a good amount.
It's an okay amount.
Like it works well for what it is. Let's sum it up. This compared to everything else in its class.
If you want all-wheel drive, this is the most comfortable one.
This compared to the Fusion Sport.
This is way more comfortable. Slower, but way more comfortable.
Is this more comfortable than the Camry or the Accord?
I don't think it's more comfortable than the Accord.
I think this is more comfortable.
All right, well,
and
there
this
you go.
rewinds satellite radio, so does the Accord and the Camry. So between all of them, I don't really know.
Don't forget to subscribe. Let us know which one you'd pick. Hit the notification bell and patreon.com/TheStraightPipes.
And if you're a Subaru fanboy, let us know if you like this more, the Accord or the Camry.
And also hit that sponsor button.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. Subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. We didn't do that.
We forgot to talk about the pricing, just like we did on the Honda Fit.
$38,445.
For all-wheel drive, I think that's pretty reasonable.
I think so too.
All right, cool. Good review.
Thank you. Good review. All right.